Chapter 1: Mulla Nasreddin and the Tongue-Tied Dog. On one bustling day in the town, Mulla Nasreddin found himself amidst a rather peculiar predicament. With an air of excitement, he embarked on a quest to acquire a canine companion. Venturing to the local animal market, he soon stumbled upon a dog unlike any other. This particular dog boasted a unique and eye-catching trait: its tongue perpetually hung out of its mouth. Fascinated by the sight of this unusual canine, Mulla's curiosity was piqued. Without a second thought, he decided to bring the dog home as his new pet. However, as he welcomed the dog into his abode, he quickly realized that his new companion's mouth remained in a perpetual state of agape. The dog's tongue dangled conspicuously, a sight that was at once comical and perplexing. Mulla's misadventure with the tongue-tied dog soon became a talk of the town. People chuckled at the absurdity of the situation as they saw Mulla attempting to close the dog's mouth or trying to engage in conversations with the canine, which proved to be quite a task. The sight of the tongue-tied dog and Mulla's humorous attempts at managing this curious situation provided entertainment and laughter to the townspeople. This chapter offers a glimpse into Mulla Nasreddin's ability to find humor in the most unexpected of situations. His decision to bring home a dog with a perpetually open mouth and a protruding tongue serves as a prime example of his unique perspective on life. Through this tale, Mulla reminds us that sometimes, it's the quirks and oddities that can bring a smile to our faces and inject a sense of amusement into our daily routines.
Chapter 2: Mulla Nasreddin and the Lazy Townspeople. In the heart of the town's lively atmosphere, a spirited event unfolded that would forever be etched in the memory of its inhabitants. The townspeople decided to organize a foot race, a competition that promised not only exhilaration but also a chance to showcase their agility and swiftness. The word spread like wildfire, and anticipation hung thick in the air. Mulla Nasreddin, ever the curious and mischievous soul, couldn't resist the allure of the impending spectacle. With a twinkle in his eye, he joined the eager crowd as they gathered at the designated racecourse. However, Mulla's intentions took an unexpected turn that would prove to be the source of laughter and amusement for all. As the starting signal echoed through the air, signaling the commencement of the race, the townspeople surged forward, their determination evident in every stride. But amidst the sea of enthusiastic participants, Mulla Nasreddin's approach defied convention. Instead of dashing forward with the others, he opted for a seat under a shady tree, displaying a nonchalant demeanor that caught everyone off guard. The sight of Mulla leisurely seated amidst the fervor of the race evoked a collective chuckle from the spectators. His choice to embrace relaxation over exertion stood in stark contrast to the competitive spirit that had gripped the town. Mulla's actions seemed to carry a message, a playful reminder that even amidst the fervent pursuits of life, there's value in taking a moment to savor the stillness and indulge in a dose of light-heartedness. As the race reached its conclusion, and participants crossed the finish line in triumph, the townspeople's initial surprise turned into shared laughter. Mulla's whimsical act had added an unexpected twist to the event, an act that not only provided amusement but also served as a gentle nudge to pause, enjoy the moment, and find joy in life's simple pleasures. This chapter captures Mulla Nasreddin's ability to turn conventional situations on their head, and infuse them with a sense of spontaneity and humor. Through his actions, he reminds us that sometimes, it's the unorthodox choices that can yield the most memorable and heartwarming moments, sparking laughter and connection among people from all walks of life.
Chapter 3: Mulla Nasreddin and the Unconventional Wedding. In the heart of the bustling town, a grand wedding was about to unfold, an event that would not only unite two souls in matrimony but also bring forth an unforgettable tale of humor and mirth. However, this was no ordinary wedding. It was a wedding with a twist that only Mulla Nasreddin could bring to life. As preparations for the wedding were underway, whispers of curiosity danced through the town's cobblestone streets. Guests arrived adorned in their finest attire, expecting a celebration that would adhere to tradition and customs. Little did they know that Mulla Nasreddin, with his wit and whimsy, had a different plan in mind. As the bride and groom stood at the center of attention, the crowd awaited the exchange of vows and the customary rituals that accompanied such occasions. But as the ceremony commenced, a ripple of amusement spread through the gathering. Mulla Nasreddin, clad in an ensemble that defied the norms of wedding attire, entered the scene. His attire was a riot of colors and patterns, a stark contrast to the elegant and traditional clothing worn by the other guests. With each step, Mulla's presence elicited smiles and chuckles, setting a tone of light-heartedness and joviality that was infectious. As the wedding unfolded, Mulla's humorous anecdotes and witty remarks turned the atmosphere into one of jubilant celebration. Mulla's unconventional attire and his ability to seamlessly integrate humor into the event brought a new layer of joy to the occasion. His words resonated with the guests, reminding them that amidst the formalities and seriousness of life, there's room for spontaneity, laughter, and the embrace of one's unique self. As the wedding came to an end, the townspeople departed with not only the memory of a beautiful union but also the memory of Mulla Nasreddin's unexpected presence. His role in the wedding, though unconventional, had elevated the event into a realm of unbridled laughter and camaraderie. And in the years that followed, whenever the tale was retold, it was Mulla's irreverent spirit that brought smiles to the faces of all who listened. This chapter showcases Mulla Nasreddin's ability to transform ordinary events into extraordinary experiences. His unique perspective on life and his knack for infusing humor into the mundane reminds us that celebrations are an opportunity to express one's authenticity, embrace the unconventional, and spread joy through shared laughter.
Chapter 4: Mulla Nasreddin and the Fruit Tree. In the midst of a vibrant and blooming spring, Mulla Nasreddin found himself in the embrace of his own little garden, a sanctuary where he could revel in the beauty of nature and partake in the joys of cultivation. Among the various trees that adorned his garden, the fruit-bearing ones held a special place in his heart, for they offered a bounty of flavors and colors that delighted his senses. On this particular day, as the sun cast its warm glow upon the earth, Mulla decided to approach his garden with a novel idea, one that would lend a touch of humor to the age-old wisdom of nature's lessons. As he surveyed the branches laden with ripe fruits, an idea began to form in his mischievous mind. With a twinkle in his eye and a playful spirit, Mulla Nasreddin set forth to enact his unconventional plan. Instead of carefully plucking the fruits from the trees one by one, he took a different approach, a humorous twist that defied the norm. With a hearty laugh and a mischievous grin, he began to shake the branches with an infectious energy. As the branches swayed and the fruit surrendered to gravity's pull, they fell to the ground below in a cascade of colors and flavors. The sight was both amusing and exhilarating, a dance of nature's bounty that unfolded with each vigorous shake. The garden, once a tranquil haven, was now alive with a different kind of energy, the energy of laughter and joyful rebellion. The townspeople, drawn by the commotion and the sound of laughter, gathered around the garden to witness this spectacle. As they watched Mulla Nasreddin's antics, they couldn't help but chuckle at the audacity of his actions. Mulla, with his characteristic wit, was not only teaching a lesson but also sharing a moment of joy and connection with those around him. This chapter illuminates Mulla Nasreddin's ability to weave laughter into the fabric of everyday life. His decision to shake the branches and let the fruits fall not only offered a humorous take on the process of harvesting but also highlighted his philosophy of embracing life's moments with a sense of spontaneity and light-heartedness. Through this tale, Mulla reminds us that sometimes, it's the unconventional approaches that bring the most vivid colors to life's canvas.
Chapter 5, Mulla Nasreddin and Learning a Lesson. In the tapestry of Mulla Nasreddin's life, moments of introspection and contemplation held a special place. One day, as the golden rays of the sun streamed through his window, he felt an urge to engage in a pursuit that had long captivated his spirit, learning and expanding his horizons through the act of reading. Armed with a collection of books that spanned various subjects, Mulla's excitement was palpable as he delved into the world of words and ideas. His cozy corner became a sanctuary of knowledge, where his curiosity was satiated through the pages that lay before him. Yet, as Mulla immersed himself in the pursuit of understanding, his irreverent sense of humor couldn't help but find a foothold in the midst of this serious endeavor. As he progressed through the pages, Mulla's mischievous mind began to concoct a playful twist to this otherwise conventional activity. With a twinkle in his eye and a hint of mischief, he decided to bring a touch of his unique perspective to the learning process. Armed with a ruler, he meticulously measured each line and every paragraph, as if he were quantifying the knowledge he was gaining. Amidst his reading, Mulla's comical act gave rise to laughter, a reminder that amidst the quest for wisdom, there's room for levity and a departure from the mundane. His measured approach was both humorous and thought-provoking, turning a solitary reading session into a shared experience of joy. As news of Mulla's unconventional study method spread, it became a tale whispered with amusement among the townspeople. Mulla's witty take on learning served as a gentle reminder that the pursuit of knowledge need not always be steeped in seriousness. Instead, it could be flavored with moments of light-heartedness that make the journey all the more delightful. This chapter exemplifies Mulla Nasreddin's ability to blend wisdom with humor in unexpected ways. His decision to measure his reading, while humorous on the surface, carries a deeper message about embracing one's unique approach to learning. Mulla's playful spirit reminds us that the pursuit of knowledge is not limited to solemnity, it's a canvas upon which we can paint our quirks, and by doing so, enrich the tapestry of our lives with laughter and insight.